Okay, editing. So we are in the editor now, and I know we've only got about 7 minutes left, so we're just going to touch on the very basics. It's very likely that you may record your lecture and want to maybe cut some stuff out. Now, in the past, the Panopto editor has not been like the most robust tool for doing lots of major edits. But if you want to do advanced editing, I highly recommend getting something like Camtasia. You can you can email it@kvcc.edu to get started with Camtasia. Snagit is really more for simple editing, but Snagit's also really good. But basically, just don't plan to rely on Panopto as like a major editor. Basically, you can cut some stuff out. You can throw some YouTube videos in there if you want to, which is pretty cool, but it's not meant to be a major editing platform. So as I showed you before, you can get to the edit page by hovering over your video and clicking on edit. And then we have the timeline down below. So, excuse me, I'm going to show you. Here you can see the different tracks for my video. Can I pop this out? Yeah, so there's a little left-facing caret over here in the top left corner of the timeline. If you click on that, it'll expand and it'll take up the full width of the screen, which I like. And basically, notice that this little scissor icon is blue, which means it's already selected. And basically what I need to do if I want to cut something out, so let's say there's this big silent space in the middle that, let's say I want to cut that out, or maybe you want to cut out like the first few seconds and the last few seconds of every video because there's just nonsense there. All you have to do is find the track that you want to cut out. So I have audio up top, I have my screen in the middle, which you can see right here. I've got my PowerPoint down below. And basically I'm going to, if you want to cut out everything, start from the very top. And I'm going to click and drag. And it's going to turn gray. Anything in gray has been cut out. So it's not actually going to delete your content. The gray part is going to stay here, but it's going to be hidden. So when students actually play it, it will jump right over this gray section. And then if I need to modify it, I can come over here to the left. I can shrink it down. I can make it larger. If I need to get rid of it, I can shrink it all the way down until it disappears. And then I have restored all of the edits to my video. And basically this is really handy because, you know, even after you save, it's not going to delete this stuff. This stuff's not going anywhere. So if you need to go back and make, you know, you edit something, you cut something out, but you need to go back and change it, you can always restore the stuff that you've cut out, which is really nice. So I can cut out, you know, just specific chunks. Notice that it's, you know, it's cutting out different pieces of the timeline. So you can get a little bit fancy with it. But for most people, I think, you know, you might just want to cut out the beginning, the end, maybe that spot where you made a mistake or you swore by accident or what have you. Cutting out just kind of minor things is sort of one of the things you can use this editor for. Okay, and then settings. I just want to show you real quick. The other thing you can play with is this plus sign. So if you click on the plus sign, this is where you can add additional video. You can add a clip from a different Panopto video that you have recorded. Let's say you want the same clip to be in every video and you want it to be exactly the same. You could record a clip once, like an introduction or something, and then add that clip to this video, which is kind of cool. Here's your quiz. You can add a YouTube video. So if you want to add like a piece of a TED Talk in the middle of your lecture, that would be super cool. And you can add a web page. So if you want to add like a Google form, for example, you know, have like a student feedback survey right in the middle of your video, that'd be pretty cool as well. It's going to add this wherever my red line is. So if I want to add it at 5 seconds in the video, I need to put my playhead right here at 5 seconds, hit the plus sign, add my quiz, and then I can start editing my quiz questions up here, which we saw the results of already. And then, as always, if you make changes, remember to hit the blue apply button up at the top. You can also undo and you can revert all of your changes here. I also want to point out settings. We're almost out of time. If I hover over my video and click on settings, just want to draw your attention to all these sort of tabs on the left. So from here you can get to your share. Outputs will let you download your video. Captions will let you upload a caption file if you have one. You know, so there's a lot of settings here that can be managed. You can rename your video from right here. You can put it in a different folder. So just so that you're aware that these settings live underneath the settings option. Probably the most common thing is that you might need to either try to download your video or change the name.